This NFL Props Week 8 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. Bet $100 at WynnBet and get a $100 free bet. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today. We're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. Use the promo code NFCBEAST for 15% off, active until either the Eagles or Giants lose their next game. And make sure to enter our World Series prop contest. Winner gets $200 cash and a $200 SGPN gift card. Enter today exclusively on the SGPN app.
Hey, this is Bill Romanowski. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Sean, we have to do a quick show because we're heading to Disneyland. Shout out to us.
Breaking news: you, me, and the wives going to Disney, Halloweening it up. This is the trade-off for the trip to Texas A&M. Is that what this is? I guess so. That's going to be my real Halloween is the A&M trip this Saturday. Hey, if you're going to the game, hit us up. Joining us to talk NFL props week 8. You know him from the Bottom Line Bombs on the NFL Gambling Podcast, Mr. CJ Sullivan. What's up, CJ?
Hey guys, I'm glad to be here, and I was planning on talking props with you until the breaking news happened. Quick
canceling the show.
What's going on? So Disney World tonight. What's the Halloween thing there? Hayride, horror house of horrors, costumes.
Well,
no idea.
Give me everything.
Ryan's wife has the inside track on it. Other than that, I honestly have no idea.
All I know is we get some sort of VIP parking.
Yeah.
Yes.
But other than that, it's it sounds like something I'm very excited for, Sean.
I bet it's great.
So excited.
But it's great.
Ryan has had numerous costumes over the year. You remember you and your wife each went as a different half of an avocado once.
Yep, that was nice.
That was pretty fun.
I've been Bill Murray from Caddyshack multiple times. That's a go-to for me.
Nice simple one for sure.
Yeah.
Basically just put a sport coat on and a fishing hat,
Now tomorrow, will you guys be in costumes for the on-air thing like they do like on ESPN?
Absolutely.
Well, maybe we'll save it for because I'm sure we'll be Monday night. We're doing
Monday night.
college.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll save it for the actual. I mean, I have a Batman mask right behind me, so I'll probably break out the Batman mask for the actual Halloween.
Yeah. The problem is you do it. It starts off and it's fun for the first couple minutes. Then you're doing the show in the costume. You're like, okay, I can't even understand what you're saying behind that mask.
I'm not much of a performer.
You got to commit to it.
Yeah, I forget who was talking about it, but they were broadcasting like never dress up on air because you never know when some like horrific breaking news is gonna happen, and then you're there and dressed up as a California raisin talking about the Twin Towers falling. So yeah, I think it's.
I would love to have my 9/11 broken by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
If that's where you go for your news,
Yes.
Shout out to you.
Hard news, hard locks here on the Sports Gambling Podcast. All right, let's get to it. We're going to give out 6 of our favorite props for the weekend. And of course, if you're getting down on player props, building your own bet, whatever it is you want to get down on, make sure to go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. WynnBet, guys over at WynnBet, hit us up. Let me know that they have the best price available on the market for the Philadelphia Phillies in the World Series at +190. So if you're looking to get down on the Phils, aka the winning side, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet $100, get a $100 free bet, and of course the WynnBet Biggest Winners Club. See what kind of a massive parlay you can win, and not only do you win the parlay, but you also win the $1,000 risk-free bet. Again, get it all over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Offered subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBet is available. If you're somebody who knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And our YouTube contest. Again, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. Hit subscribe. Comment on a video. Every comment is a new entry to either win an autographed Lawrence Taylor or Brian Dawkins jersey, completely free.
The chat's giving you demerits for talking baseball in an NFL show.
Well, that's Terrell, of course, fellow Giants fan, Ryan. You guys get the same.
Why do we
points.
think the Phillies are such a good price over there at WynnBet?
No,
all that mattress Mac liability, trying to get some balance out action.
Mattress Mac overhead.
They did offer him a hedging opportunity, and he declined it. He said, "No way."
As I called out on the show,
how much furniture is he selling down there in Houston? By the way,
well, he said he sold more than $75 million of furniture based on this promotion. So it's a
how furnished is the city of Houston, for crying out loud?
I think we had a deep dive and we found out it's one of those, step up from a Rent-A-Center maybe. I don't know. Moving product.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mattress Mac was fibbing a bit when it comes to how much furniture they're pushing down there.
Well, yeah, and
some
again,
bricks of coke in the mattresses.
He's betting, but it's like one of those things. He's really just hedging out.
Yeah, he's a smart man. I get it. A smart businessman, but like, Jesus Christ, how much fucking mattresses are moving down there?
Well, you can't recycle a mattress. You ever try to give away a mattress? You got to buy a new one. It's crazy.
It's like trying to give away a TV. I'd rather you punch me in the face and offer me a free television set.
Terrell pointing out in the chat that he thinks he actually loses money if he wins the bet. Because I think he was trying to the whole thing with the Mattress Mac is if you buy the furniture and the Astros win the World Series, your furniture is free. So he's just kind of hedging out against that liability. Right. But I think he's going to end up losing money if the Astros win. Thankfully for old Mattress Mac, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But enough about
shots fired.
And shout out to Colby is my dad 420 saying you guys always go live when I'm at work and I can't watch, and now I'm convinced it's personal. I drive a semi truck and I can't watch and drive. Well, just get it like taped to the steering wheel. Come on.
Maybe we need a God's eye version for truckers. Get that strapped up in the old cabin, maybe in a
9-screen setup.
Yeah, it's like you got the navigation screen. Why couldn't you have a little widescreen action?
Yes.
I mean, I may or may not have driven cross country watching Red Zone for 6 hours one time.
And I'm not going to say you're paranoid, Colby's dad 420, but you do have the word 420 in your handle name. That kind of comes with it.
All right, let's talk NFL props. We're going to each give out 6 here. Kramer, kick it off. Who do you got? What do you like this week?
Tua over a half interceptions, only minus 105.
He tried to throw so many.
How often do you get a compilation of dropped interceptions?
It was, as someone who had some parlays tied to the Steelers money line, it was very frustrating. Luckily, they got the cover. But
and everyone's back to like, oh yeah, Miami's great. They're just going to sling the rock. As if those things didn't happen. I'm really starting to figure out a lot of people in the football watching gambling community. They don't watch the game, Sean.
No,
convinced they don't watch. I heard another person call him Brett Ripien. He's played for a week now. Why are you calling him that?
Yeah, did you not grow up watching Ripien?
It's really strange.
Very, very weird.
Anyway, sorry.
I'll throw out my. I do have an interception prop as well. I'm fading PJ Walker over a half interception. He's going on the road. He's had 44 pass attempts so far this season. Hasn't thrown one interception. That's way off the his career mark. Again,
50% turnover worthy throws.
Again, small sample size, but PJ Walker is just basically due for an interception against this Falcons defense on the road. And Atlanta, I think for PJ Walker might be a tough place to play. So I'm taking PJ Walker over a half interceptions. What about you, CJ? What do you got? What do you like this week?
I want to start off with an under, just because you like
that. That's right. Smart,
I like
sharp
with under. And quarterback under. I'll piggyback off your quarterback. I'm gonna go with Dak under 244.5 passing yards.
We can always get behind a Dak under.
Fading Dak. I still think that thumb's not right.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like their offense last week, it was the same thing they did with Cooper Rush. They're real conservative with it. They even more scaled back. I think they're like that. To do a Halloween theme, I threw in my bottom line bombs. They're that house on the block that does the real elaborate decorations. The whole family's involved. There's a coffin on the front yard, and they do a little play you got to watch. And then to get like a fun size Mr. Goodbar and a bag of Spree or something. Like all that for this. So they give you the show. Here's Dallas, the stadium. Here's Dak. Wait till Dak returns, and Dak returns like all for that. Yeah. We needed Jamal Williams to fumble on the goal line for you guys to cover versus Detroit for Christ's sakes. And Dak, I don't think Dak is right, and I don't think their offense in general.
Well, now and they just lost Zeke too, so I imagine that if you're the Bears, I think the script is out. Like you could play up on them, try and shut down Pollard and make Dak beat you. I don't think it's not gonna be a high scoring game. And also too, like game script wise, I mean, you saw it, like Bears probably won't push them. So
no.
I don't think they're going to need to throw a ton either.
Right. Absolutely not. And that's what they did. They just kind of sat on the game last week versus Detroit, knowing that Detroit wasn't going to do anything. They were terrified of their defense, and they just sat it. So anytime I want to go Dak unders.
It's almost like you were talking shit about Myles Garrett's front yard. We won't tell him you said that to him. All right. Second prop, Sean?
Yeah. What do you
Leonard,
got?
Playoff Lenny, not the playoffs. Under 28.5 receiving yards. I think it's going to be, I think, a lot of.
You're breaking a Thursday night prop on here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Should I take it off? I should take it off.
If you have an
you're right.
one.
You're right. I should take it off but if you are playing tonight, you're watching the live stream. Rashad White, heavily involved is the word on the street. So the passing game work. Anyway, I'll give you another passing game prop. Derrick Henry over 12.5 receiving yards. He's getting enough targets, 3, 4, 5, to where sure it's easy to smash the over 97 rushing yards. That's a big number. Probably also gets there, but 12.5 receiving yards. That's one well blocked screen, Sean. Big dog starting to light up. He's going to win some fantasy leagues again. I can feel it.
Dog. No, and again, I'll pivot off that. We mentioned him on the pick show. I got to figure out how to get him in my lineup. But Derrick Henry, it's comically high, but it's high for a reason. Derrick Henry over 97 yards. We just saw Josh Jacobs destroy. What's up?
You are going to take that. Yeah, nice. I had written both down originally because I was like, this is smash both ways. But
no, but your receiving angle is more unique, and I like that as well. But Derrick Henry, last 3 games against the Texans, 32 for 211 and 3 touchdowns.
He's back.
22 and 212 yards, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns. 34, 250, 2 touchdowns. It's been monster games, and it sounds like there's a decent chance Malik Willis is going to get the start. So, and they just have nothing going on in the passing game, so it's going to be a Derrick Henry feast mode. They're just going to run it all, and the matchup is so good too.
Yeah.
What do you got, CJ?
Well, I was similar to that of a quarterback that's not looking good. That the people say you said earlier of Tua not looking good. But I will go Raheem Mostert over 66.5 rushing yards versus Detroit.
Cosign.
I mean, Detroit's absolutely, historically terrible defense, and Chase Edmonds is just that fourth and 3 that they went for, and then that draw to Chase Edmonds, and he spun around like Elway at the goal line in the Super Bowl. But the only difference was he was 3 yards short on the first down, spinning around. What kind of play call is that to Chase Edmonds?
Remember the offseason, Sean? We were like, well, they paid him all this money.
Right.
He's going to be the guy. What did he do?
I always kept the light on for Mostert.
He doesn't like McGruber.
Can't hang out in Mike McDaniel's weed circle. It's very clear that Mike McDaniel smokes a ton of weed, and that like announcers just don't want to bring it up, but they're like, they're using coded language. He's a very unique guy, kind of one of a kind, not your typical football coach. It's like, yeah, he's a dude who just smokes an insane amount of weed.
You think so?
Yeah. This guy loves a vape pen, loves overthinking play design. He's just firing.
McDaniel's talking about.
Yeah.
I love when they fooled him with the ping pong table.
Yeah, that was great.
he's like the girl, your mom's boyfriend who's trying to be cool with the kids. Like, hey, what do you got? And Tyreek Hill's like, yeah, no, we want to study more. Okay, Tyreek Hill. and then he goes and tells the press, yeah, can you believe it? They got rid of the ping pong table study. No, they wanted a dolphin decal slapped on there. Yeah. They wanted a pimped out one. You idiots.
They had an issue with the ping pong table, so they got it.
Yeah, he's trying to be cool.
They did pimp my ping pong table.
He says, I know logic and all that shit. But anyway, Mostert is the greatest running back in football for about 7 quarters of the season, and he'll have a couple.
He's gonna fall off. He's gonna get hurt.
He'll get hurt, no problem, but not right now.
That's my third prop too. That this price is wrong. I mean, have you not seen what guys have done against this Detroit defense?
Know, it's insane.
And it does seem like Mostert is the guy. I mean, Sean and I just acquired him in a high stakes fantasy league. Nice. He seems to be, the dude for now. So I'll co-sign that. Over 66 rushing yards.
Yeah, I had that on my list as well. I took it off, but not a problem. Got plenty of props here. Firing at will, Ryan.
I bullied him to the pre-show meeting to get Mostert off your list. That's what happened. I held Garth over a rail.
AJ Brown over 66.5 receiving yards. Yes. I think they're going to go back. And I just think they're going to throw a ton against the Steelers defense. I like the matchup. I think, Minkah Fitzpatrick, he maybe would help out with Goddard. So the more I thought about it, the more I like the outside receivers. I think they're going to scheme up some aggressive pass plays. just kind of to get the pass game going again for the Eagles. Which it's been going well, but they were way more aggressive early on in the season, and I think we see some of that here in the game against the Steelers. And AJ Brown is just, I mean, he's just unguardable. Like any big spot, they're always going to AJ Brown, and he's had a great season so far. He's only gone under this total once, and that was against the Cardinals. That was that weird game where he had 3 catches on the first drive and then just didn't do anything. Other than that, every other game, 67, 95, 85, 69, 155 against Detroit. I think he's going to have a monster game. So give me the over receiving yards, AJ Brown. Kramer, what about you?
Travis Etienne over 69.5 rushing yards. I understand the defensive matchup is trickier, but it's more of a pass defense that we're scared of. And Travis Etienne has gone over this total his last 3 games, 10 carries, 14 carries. That's it. James Robinson was shipped out of town.
Yeah.
He just looks explosive, and he looks like it's just a couple big plays, and he's off to the races. So and Travis Etienne over 69.
And we kind of hit on it in the pick show, but that's really the Broncos defense is awesome, but it does seem like their one weakness is letting up big plays to explosive running backs, a la Breece Hall. Like that's the only reason the Jets won that game is because Breece Hall had a couple of big plays. So I think you're going to get it, Ryan, probably off like 1 or 2 big runs for Etienne.
Hopefully.
I had him on my list, crossed him off. I gave him out, of course, last week versus the Giants. Which I went 4-2, by the way, on your pick.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's put that out there. Just
get a little tout going on.
Sure
I like it.
That.
We need to come up with a tout name for CJ.
Yeah, perhaps
we'll figure
the man
it out.
in the box. Also, the reason why the Jets won is because Sauce Gardner is now getting calls like he's a 15-year veteran Hall of Famer. I mean,
he really is.
I mean, that was complete interference on that last place with Sutton. He gets those calls. He gets those calls. Why? He's been in the league for a month.
They seem to like him.
I mean, it's because he's not. He put the cheese head on. That was hilarious. They act like he desecrated the flag. I mean, like, come on. You wear styrofoam cheese with respect, Sauce Gardner.
I do like the phrase "get lost in the sauce."
Yeah, that's
good. Very fun.
Absolutely. No, he's great. I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm just saying that was interference.
Yeah. He was a little handsy there. But that's what you should do, especially if you're playing a team like the Broncos.
Right.
Like, push it. See how much you can get away with. Don't give him an inch.
Absolutely.
What's your next prop here?
I'm going to go with Andy Dalton. I love this Saints. I just love the Saints Raiders game anyway on Halloween. Yeah. It's a great Halloween game. The Raiders, who love the costumes, are scary, but also then realize that they're kind of funny too. Like they're not really nothing really to be scared about. You know,
well, they'll randomly
Wait, which one of you forgot to go to Michael's and get our makeup? What? Get the foam ball. You got the wrong fucking foam balls, dude.
Well, and then they'll just randomly throw in stuff like F-16 pilot. Like, why?
Exactly.
What vibe are we going for, Raiders? It's just you just have a cool black mask.
Yeah. And the Saints, they like the Halloween party. You know, they have the punch, they have mushrooms. You know, they like to have sex in the costumes, whatever. Walks of shame of Disney princesses. And while the Raiders are like looking for a contest to get into, you know, like, all right, well, we're over here having fun. Anyway, but I think Andy Dalton, either over 1.5 touchdown passes is even money.
Okay.
I love that one. In his passing yards, it's 220.5. Either one. I like the touchdown passes, to be honest with you.
I do too.
So I want to go over that. Over 1.5. Even money. Andy Dalton. I just love this. I like the Saints period in that game. And all the Raiders have the flu. Of course, they have the New Orleans flu probably coming on down there.
Brown bottle flu. I had that a couple times back in the day. I think I wouldn't, between those two, and I like them both, if I had to choose, I might lean yards just because Taysom Hill is that guy. No, dude, he steals touchdowns. Yeah. And how annoyed would you be if you have Andy Dalton 1 touchdown, they bring in Taysom Hill for some bullshit in the red zone?
And Kamara also he did a players only meeting, but it wasn't like those, meathead players only meeting. It was all about like getting our swag back and just talking about it. Goes, and if anyone sees me with no swag, you call me out because we play with swag. God damn it! I mean, I'm all Kamara anyway, especially since
the word on the street is that's what happened in that Las Vegas club. Someone came at him and said, "You don't have enough swag."
Calling out his swag.
I say I do not blame Kamara for killing someone in an elevator in Las Vegas. You don't step in anyone's elevator in Las Vegas. You don't know what happened on the floor. You're just gonna come pop in there. Hey, how's it? Did you win anything out there? What? Get the fuck out of my face.
Here's my this is like the Devontae Adams thing. Don't walk out on the street without looking both ways. You know? If you fuck with a guy that looks like Alvin Kamara, you might get
absolutely. You deserve everything you get by talking to Alvin Kamara at 3 a.m. in Las Vegas in an elevator.
Come on. It wasn't like this guy was just some innocent victim, like bringing some canned goods over to the.
He's probably a Vikings fan.
Yeah, dude, the guy definitely said something. I mean,
anti-swag. That's what he was.
Your swag game is weak. Not tripping anywhere over there.
Granted, you shouldn't have beaten him to inch of his life.
Beat him up a little too much.
Yeah, he went a little heavy.
But hey, honestly, this is this will be this guy's $1 million story because he's certainly going to get paid off getting his ass kicked in Las Vegas. I've gotten my ass kicked in Las Vegas for free. Not as bad as Kamara, but going 1-11 ATS. On an NFL card, probably just as brutal. And I didn't get a giant, civil lawsuit check at the end of it. Hey, No House Advantage. You love props, right? That's why you're listening to the Week 8 NFL Props Show. And of course, you can play props. Maybe they don't have WynnBet in your state. Not a problem. No House Advantage is available in a ton of states. And they basically run pick'em contests, but instead of just picking winners, you're picking over under on your favorite NFL player props. You can win up to $250,000 in cash. And again, a lot of these contests don't fill up. There's some overlay opportunities. If you're an EV better, these are it's low hanging fruit right now. And then they have a number of different sports: NASCAR, MMA, PGA, MLB, NBA, and the NFL. Just go to nohouseadvantage.com. Use the promo code SGPN. First deposit match up to $25. Nohouseadvantage.com. Promo code SGPN. First deposit match up to $25. Kramer, how say you? What do you got? What's next on your second half of the NFL props?
Is this number 6? Is this number? Oh, probably no. This is 5.
Number 4.
4 for me.
Okay, so I copied one of his, so maybe that's why.
All right.
For my 5th is Pat Freiermuth over 34.5 receiving yards. Just a good matchup. It seems to get a lot of the check down, like oh shit plays, and he looks good. I mean, shout out Penn State.
No, he's good. It's a decent matchup for him. Eagles are a tight end pass funnel, as the kids say, so I like that. I'm going to the Jags game against the Broncos in across the pond in London. Courtland Sutton under 52.5 receiving yards. These games in London are always ugly.
Yeah.
He's had
sloppy turf.
He's had 37 yards receiving the past 2 games combined. The Broncos offense is just so dog shit. Judy seems like he gets there on volume, but
we're talking about trading him, so we'll see.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe they just throw Sutton a million balls, but I mean, the Russ and this offense is so out of sync. You have an injured Russ now. Again, I know he defeated jet lag. He doesn't feel pain, but their offense just looks complete garbage. So any unders you can find on the Broncos, I like it, and because the game script in London is ugly to begin with. You toss in the struggling offense, Nathaniel Hackett. It's hilarious to think he's going to get left in England. You're fired, bitch. Yeah. It's a real thing.
Why would that get leaked this week?
Because I think Denver ownership.
Now he's worried about having to figure out his own flight back to the States.
I think the Denver media itself just
they hate him.
They got too much slack with this. They're having too much fun. The whole Russell Wilson stretching on a plane story too. They love feeding us how corny he is story now, and like that. They know it works. We hate Hackett. We love thinking Wilson's corny,
eating it up.
So now I'm like, all right, that's a bit much now. All right. So Wilson walked the aisles. Let's relax. You know what I mean? I'm sure everyone was fast asleep, European vacation style with dreams, and he's doing calisthenics around him.
Yeah, look, I mean, he 100% was doing it, and yet, it's hilarious that it was reported confirmed.
That it's reported, right?
It was confirmed by a player on the team, KJ Hamler.
Yep.
So.
It's just a hilarious video.
Cracks in the ship.
But yeah, Nathaniel Hackett overseas, I just don't see him scheming up. Like their offense is complete scattershot, seems completely lost, right? Like one week Melvin Gordon starting, the next week it's like, oh, you're not going to get any touches. Then he's back to starting. Like he seems like he has no idea what he's doing.
Dick Gertzberger pointing out they should have kept Brock Osweiler. Who knew there'd be a new heist?
The whole leaving him, you're right. The whole leaving him in London thing, it seems like such a joke. We're going to take his passport. There's no way to go. You're playing European.
It is being reported by people close to the NFL circles that this could be the end of his tenure as Broncos coach, depending on the outcome of the game.
After watching Ted Lasso, they believe that he would make a better soccer coach, and they're just going to leave him there with his whistle because he's a moron over here.
I mean, Ted Lasso's a great analogy.
You're going to see 8,000 of them tonight at Disney World, by the way. At least last year. That was the worst.
Ryan's not going as Ted Lasso. That's a super easy costume.
That's
doesn't take it seriously.
Right.
What's your next prop here, CJ?
All right. Well, we got I couldn't decide between two tight end one. One's a juicy one. That's a lot of plus money. And one is a fun under as well, just because we got I was going to go with Cole Kmet under 20.5 until further notice. I always go Kmet unders just because he seems shocked if a ball comes his way too, which just it feels like literally like, oh my God.
I don't know what happened because he last year with Justin Fields, he was like kind of his guy.
Yeah, dude,
they had some
him.
Good chemistry. No, I have him in a bunch of these best balls, and it's just been
18 targets for 12 catches this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there was no easier thing than cutting him. I didn't lose a wink of sleep of cutting Cole Kmet. Like after week 3, like this is not going to happen. This is not going to happen.
Bears are a smart franchise though. They know what they're doing. I'm sure they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Ryan versus the Bears fans has been a nice subplot in this season.
I just feel bad.
He
had
so 60 catches last year. Like, what the hell happened?
It's incredible. Well, they're afraid to throw the ball. They don't like doing the forward pass. They want to.
That's a part of it.
They want to ease Justin Fields into the sport of football. And they're like, well, listen, this year we're just going to handle snaps and running left. How about that?
I mean, it took them until week 7 to be like, oh, we should run him more on design
the runs. First, we're just going to run for your life. Now we're going to start designing some runs, and hopefully by year 5 we'll have tight end drags as a option for Justin Fields.
Yeah. I mean, remember, one of the Bears' wins was against Trey Lance, so it doesn't count.
They have one Justin Fields one game with over 200 passing yards.
Wow.
I know.
This
crazy.
is 2022 NFL.
All right. What do you got? Or no,
the candy, but the bonus candy was Irv Smith anytime touchdown at 285.
So you're going Irv Smith.
Anytime touchdown plus 285. He's returning from injury, and
I like that. Good matchup.
It's great matchup for tight end wise.
That's another game that feels like it's going to shoot out there. Kramer, what do you got?
Juwann Johnson over 2.5 catches.
Oh yeah,
yes sir.
I mean, he had 2 touchdowns alone.
Yes,
last week. We know that. I was there.
Congratulations on that. You can't hear that enough. That was a great bank, Juwann Johnson. That made national news, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Deshaun Green you guys calling out Juwann Johnson 2 touchdowns.
It's not the first time we've done that, but I appreciate people realizing we're sharp over here.
The impact,
cutting edges.
This one I stumbled upon almost by accident here, but I love it once I started researching it. Marcus Mariota under 33.5 rushing yards, right? And I'm with you. I do like the Falcons to win this game. However, I don't know what it is. The Carolina Panthers seem to do okay against rushing quarterbacks running the ball. Kyler Murray, they held him to 12 carries, 26 yards. Even the great Dan Jones, Ryan, 10 carries, 21 yards.
Wow.
I'm taking the under on Marcus Mariota here at 33.5. Right. You're the Falcons expert. Are you going over here on that?
When I watch Mariota play, I just see so much heart.
He does seem like a willing runner.
So much heart. I don't like. He knows this is it. This is the end of the road. It's either like they do something.
They freed him though. They finally freed him. He was a 2-point conversion specialist in the NFL, and now the Falcons realize if we just send our whole offense around 2.5 yards that crack, 2.5 times 4 is 10 yards. Genius.
And I love
let's 10-yard fight this down the line.
I mean, it's worth bringing up again because Arthur Smith is not lumped in with the young coaches of the league, and he's very young. I believe he's 39. He's breaking football. He's pissing off the end. Why are you not passing when you're down?
Negative game script and you're not throwing the ball. That is not supposed to happen.
Free Kyle Pitts.
Free Kyle Pitts.
Why would you draft Drake London in the first round?
I mean, they do. That is kind of a good question.
Why would you have a Hawaiian quarterback who can't throw? Who knows? These are all questions we can ask.
These are all fair questions. Do you have any more props left, CJ? What are you looking at props wise?
I have a couple.
Toss them out.
Sheet here. One that I've been during the pre-show meetings. I was here at 6 a.m. Went through all these meetings. And I got laughed at by the staff, by the dogs, by everyone, by the books. We had to call some books on the phone and a hotline. Called William Hill himself. He didn't return my call to try to get a number on this. But I'm trying to get a Sammy Watkins over receptions.
I will say, Sammy Watkins, I appreciate him.
This is why.
He was the guy drafted over Beckham, Sean, if you remember.
So we're going to put the number at 1.5.
Yeah.
If you find it out there, just catches. Aaron Rodgers has been absolutely hilarious.
My God.
He called out all of his young receivers, said they should be cut, get off the field.
What are we doing?
How about yourself, Aaron, and your $50 million salary? He goes, I could improve a tick. A tick. Imagine a tick. So he calls out all these people and goes, yeah, none of them came up to me, so it must be fine. Oh, really? Watson didn't come up to a rookie receiver didn't come up to you and say, hey, I didn't like what you said, Aaron Rodgers. No shit. Then he says, what? He called out Sammy Watkins by name by saying, listen, we had him on a pitch count. He's someone we can get a lot of plays out of. He's not trusting anyone under 30 anymore. Because he doesn't.
It's like the opposite of the 60s.
Yeah, and he doesn't understand these Gen Zers. They need coddled. They need supportive. They can't be called out. It is like weird. That,
he has a lot of millennial vibes,
right?
Into Joe Rogan, having the man bun, ayahuasca. Like he fits. You'd think he would be bonding better with the young people.
He's the worst. The older guys who just discover ayahuasca, and now you go. And he's going to give you a speech about it and how we got to manifest a win. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
No one wants to hear athletes talk about
manifesting.
Really talk about much other than just playing sports, because it's like, dude, you're not an expert. You're an expert at throwing the football, and even that you could really question your credentials right now. But yeah, Sammy Watkins, 3 catches, 2 catches. He's only been in 3 games.
Yes, and he just got back and he was on a pitch count.
No, I like that. I like that.
He's getting at least 5 catches this week. I'm telling you.
I do think
someone's got to get some catches, right?
Yep.
Especially against the Bills. I mean, if you believe the
you're not gonna be throwing all game for crying out loud. Just out of through sheer numbers out there, and he hates his other receivers. He's just looking for someone he doesn't hate anymore, and someone that can keep up with him tech wise as a 38-year-old man on this team. He's away.
The greatest twist of him is his weekly spot on Pat McAfee.
I know, right?
It's like you're just trying to go to the wrestling audience to get their approval. Like, what are you doing?
That show is so funny. It's like everyone's got a tank top on. It's like a fucking McLaughlin group with steroids. I know. They stand up. What's up, bro? Anyway,
I
God bless them and all. Make your money, Pat.
I like Pat. I respect what he's put together, but also I guess the wrestling energy of the show I haven't figured out yet.
It's so weird.
I like the clips. I think it plays better video wise.
Yeah,
but that energy for me is weird to listen to.
No, for sure.
It's working out for him.
Yeah, the guy's gonna land.
Seems like he's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't hate on people make their money. Whatever.
Kramer, what do you got?
All right. So I couldn't find a juicy anytime this week.
I'm closing my props out with a 2 touchdown winner.
Okay. I mean, I just
35-1. I'm sitting on.
I just have D-Hop again. There's no point in overthinking this one. Over 6.5 catches.
Yep.
I mean, they moved it up 1 catch.
It was only 5.5.
Yeah.
I thought it was 4.5.
Maybe it was 4.5.
You don't think Robbie Anderson puts a dent into that? Into Minnesota?
No, until I'm proven wrong.
I know. Until further notice, you're right.
Robbie Anderson.
Autoplay.
Are there other Robbie Anderson props out yet? Because I think he's kind of interesting. They clearly want to try him on a deep shot.
I feel like they just brought him in to have him clear the field.
No, that's true.
Going to run some wind sprints, boys.
How about that talk that must have happened? Arizona calling up Carolina, calling up Wilkes, who's currently suing Arizona for discrimination.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
NFL. Hey, I know you think we're racist and all, and you're probably right because it is the NFL. But hey, what do you want for Robbie Anderson? What do you want for that guy you kicked out of the game?
Did they even get anything for him?
I don't know. It must have been like a conditional 7th or something. All right, for me. 35-1, 2 touchdowns.
Let me hear it.
Going up against the hated Dallas Cowboys. He has now. Okay, so there's a lot. Obviously, there's a lot working against this prop at 35-1. However, Equanimeous St.Brown is getting involved more and more in the game plan. So his best game, 4 for 48 last week against the New England Patriots. I'm going to say he's going to have 2. That's right, 2 touchdowns. Now, what's great about playing the touchdown doesn't necessarily have to be receiving touchdown.
And you have the benefit of having a very well-run organization, well-coached team as well.
Give me any of that St. Brown family, though.
Family of
I don't know.
They're vengeful. They're a vengeful kind.
Dad might have jinxed it pretty hard though. Like maybe we don't let Dad go on TV next time.
He really did when he was talking shit on Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
and now
your
son's injury prone. And they've involved him in the rushing game. 3 for 44. I'm rolling the dice here. Equanimeous St. Brown 2 receiving, or no, it's just 2 touchdowns. So it could be.
That opens a lot of other opportunities.
Well, he's got 3 carries for 43 yards. Ryan, look out.
Okay.
And good luck. And it's fuck Dallas.
I hope nothing but the best for all the Bears fans.
I'll take any 35-1 fuck Dallas. Absolutely.
Right. So hung up on the Bears. It's great.
I love his brother, by the way, too, in Detroit. He didn't make the list, but Amron's number is like 64 or something like that.
What's do we know what god the bear brother represents?
Oh, Equanimeous?
Yeah,
that sounds like some sort of
like the god of the swamps, maybe. I don't even know what that word. There's a Q in it, right. So that's as far as I get.
God of the possession receiver.
Yeah.
God of the check down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but stay tuned because as soon as I find a good defensive touchdown, we're still gonna.
Yeah, we'll tweet those out. You got any? You want to give out one more here, CJ?
Sure. Well, I was gonna give it out. I like. I love Tony Pollard over 48.5 rushing yards versus that Bears defense. If you want an actual play that's going to bink, not as fun. But one we talked about as well is that new quarterback in Indianapolis, Sam Ehlinger. I saw 16.5. I want to say it's 20.5. That rushing. I'm talking about rushing yards. I bet they tape his arm to his side.
It could not
even let him throw the ball.
His passing prop could be the same as.
He's gonna be a 40-40 man, Jose Canseco style. Let's do it. Over rushing 20.5. I love it.
I was trying to explain to Sean that if you go back and watch his tape from Texas, not exactly a guy who took care of the football.
He was a guy people love to hate too at Texas. Like adults would call him out at fucking banquets and shit. Like why did everyone hate Sam Ehlinger so much? It was hilarious. Yeah, that is true.
It's confusing.
I don't like an H that early in the last name.
What do you do with that?
So I'll go over his rushing stats only, of course. 16.5, 20.5, whatever it is. He's going to have. Yeah. I mean, I would
scrappy.
Yeah.
This is I was trying to find the backstory on Equanimeous St.Brown. Like, what is it, like a god name or something like that? I stumbled upon his dad, again, elite bodybuilder. As his bodybuilding work professionals winding down, he and his wife, whom he chose for what he calls, quote, selective breeding. So he went out of his way to find a wife who is going to make some great athletes. And God damn it, if he's not right. I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
He's bound 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, this is where we remind you that was it Drake London, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and one other stud receiver was all Michael Pittman was all on the same USC team with, I believe, Jalen, maybe Daniels. I don't know, one of those horrible quarterbacks. But again, how do you do that?
His quote is great. You've got to fall in love with the right woman, John says. I can love a little woman as well as I can love a tall woman. You've got to get the right one that's thick and strong.
Oh my God. Yeah. Don't let small feet bother you. Don't let them throw you off. As long as they got those hips.
He's studying it like a horse.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing some breeding, some genetic, some genome history.
I mean, but he's not wrong. Like, look at that family.
He's not wrong.
I mean, he found a wife that creates some great athletes.
Clean that up a bit, Sean. Go ahead.
one out of 50. He wasn't wrong.
No. Hey, thank you guys for tuning into the show. Again, subscribe, comment on the video for your chance to win the autographed jerseys. MLB, the World Series prop contest. You can get that over on the app. Make sure you check out Bottom Line Bombs with CJ Sullivan on the NFL Gambling Podcast Network. Give CJ a follow on Twitter at CJ Sullivan _.
Yes. And Instagram, CJ Sullivan was taken.
Yeah.
Clever name with a lot of underscores in there.
Kramer, next time we talk to the audience, we'll be coming to you from Texas,
the land of steers and queers.
I don't
exactly
care about your A&M update. I want the Halloween. I want the Hollywood Disney World Halloween hayride update.
We will have a Disney recap on the recap show, so make sure you tune into that.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Oh, come on. Tua over a half interception. Easy money.
Yes.
Kramer, let it ride.